in the business section at the Los Angeles Times, and I'm talking right now with my colleague David Colker, who's also an editor in the business section, and he's at the Interbike trade show in Las Vegas now. And David,
it's really hard duty. This is really tough assignment here. Here I am at the I don't know how I'm going to get through this. You know, I think it's everything.
Yeah. So what cool things are you seeing this year?
Well, this is like the giant candy store. It happens once a year in Las Vegas. Manufacturers come from all over the world to show what they got. You've got every kind of bike, incredibly expensive bikes. I'm here in the booth of Villier. This is an Italian maker. They've got a bike here for sale for $14,800. Needless to say, it's quite beautiful. There's all kinds of bikes that the rest of us ride: road bikes, mountain bikes, casual bikes, e-bikes, tandems, recumbents, all, and then there's every accessory, clothing, everything you can think of, from very, very expensive items to, wooden baskets that you can put on a bike that you can just take to the grocery store. It is, I don't know if I just said this, but it is like a giant candy store for bicyclists. Luckily, almost nothing is for sale here. It's pretty strictly for exhibitors, people who come to show their wares, and for retailers who are looking at what they might offer in the coming year. So, if it wasn't, I'd have to take a mortgage out of the house if it was for sale here. It's way, way too tempting.
So you mentioned e-bikes. Is that a trend, and what are you seeing?
E-bikes, there's always e-bikes for the last few years. E-bikes are coming, they look at us boomers, I'm certainly one of them, and they say, they're not going to be able to do bicycling on their own so much anymore, they're going to need a little help. And these are electric bikes. The E stands for electric instead of electronic, like email kind of thing. And they're assist bikes. You pedal a little bit, you get a help from a motor. They're trying to make them lighter. They're still pretty much on the heavy side. They're the kind of thing that the bike industry keeps saying, this is the next big thing. It's not quite happening yet. The numbers aren't there. But certainly, yet again, we have, e-bikes here along with everything else that's mixed in.
How about electronic shifting? Are you seeing anything interesting?
Electronic shifting has become a big thing. Campagnello's with their electronic shifting system. Shimano is on their second generation, both for their Dura Ace components and for their Integra. If you're a bicyclist, if you're a road bicyclist, you know about those. Those are two high grades, and they're out now with their electronic shifting. But, I'll tell you, Dura Ace, which is the highest level and therefore, of course, the most expensive of components that Shimano makes, has come out with a new mechanical system. They've upgraded their mechanical system, the non-electric one. Electronic is, kind of the vogue, but this is just back to the mechanical one, and it is phenomenal. I mean, if you are happy with your bicycle and you're shifting like I am, I don't have anything like Dura Ace, and it's working well for you, don't ever try this. I mean, we did, and it's unfortunate because it just breaks your heart. It's so smooth, it's so cool, but it's still pretty much a high level kind of thing. You get into expensive stuff when you get there.
So you're in an Italian bike booth. How about other international exhibitors? Are you seeing people from Asia?
Yeah, they're here from all over. There's one whole area that's just China, what we used to call mainland China, because there's another whole area that is just Taiwan. They don't seem to be fighting. They're in separate areas of the. Everyone seems to be getting along, but it's they're coming in from all over. And as I said, there's different areas for different manufacturers. One thing that is for boomers are bikes that are a little smoother riding, where you have a little more upright stance, where you're not like leaned over like a race bicyclist. And they do all kinds of tricks to make them smoother when you're going to less vibration, less disturbance when you go through rough roads and so forth. One new development it's terribly named. I even have to look to hardly believe it. It's called the Cobbler. It's from Specialized, a big American bike maker. It's a seat post that supposedly absorbs much more shock from the road and vibration. It's going to be offered only on a couple of their very expensive models, but you can buy that seat post separately, they say. They're saying December, January, they're going to have the thing out for about $200, and if your bones are really getting rattled by going over rough roads, it might be the kind of thing that's worth it. You see everything from sort of, as I said, casual bikes to the esoteric. Everybody's looking at nutrition these days. What do I ride on a bike to make me ride longer? There's a new wave of stuff. Newish wave. This is this is Osmo. This is a couple products like this. It's an additive to your water bottle, and it's not like those regular kind of sweet drinks we've been drinking all these years. This is one that's all based on salt content. They do the salt content less than the salt content supposedly in your blood. I'm not taking my blood personally, but they take like, what they figure the average is. And then the idea that it gets into your system, faster. Who knows if this works? It's actually about $1 a bottle to find out. If you buy it in the bulk size, so it's not cheap, but I'm willing to try anything to get a few extra comfortable miles in.
Great. Well, thanks so much, David. I hope you get a chance to get a ride in before you come back.
Thanks. It's hard to resist, seeing all these bikes around. Thanks very much.